When I dropped everything and got ready to leave the country, my girlfriend, who was faking amnesia, still warned me coldly. Pack your stuff and move out of my house. My boyfriend's moving in soon. He'll get jealous if he sees you. I didn't even look up. I just said, okay. She didn't suspect a thing and kept the act going. And please stop pretending you're my boyfriend. My boyfriend Haoming will get upset. I paused, then nodded obediently. I didn't explain anything to her. This time I was changing my name and going abroad to study. I wasn't going to hold on to her anymore. Since she wanted to keep acting, I'd play along till the end. Then we never had to see each other again. By the time I finished changing my name, it was already dark. I flagged down a cab. I pulled out my phone and checked. The airline name change request had been submitted, but the review would still take a month. So I just booked a flight to Melbourne for the 1st of next month. Then I messaged the study abroad agency to accept the offer. That night, I slept better than I had in the past month. Early the next morning, after breakfast, I pulled out everything that had anything to do with Xia Xining. The gifts she gave me, the matching outfits we'd bought together, the love letters from our school days, all of it went into the trash. While I was still busy, a globally limited edition sports car suddenly pulled over by the curb. I turned at the sound and saw Xia Xining. She got out of the car arm in arm with a man. Even when she saw me, she didn't dodge me. The only reason she wasn't hiding it was because she was sure I'd forgive everything she'd done. From the very beginning, Xia Xining refused to admit I was her boyfriend and even had people throw my stuff out of the villa. I thought I was about to end up on the street, but then the owner next door suddenly contacted me, said they were going abroad and rented the place to me dirt cheap. At the time, I thought I'd gotten lucky. Now I realize it was all just part of her little show. She was afraid I'd really leave, so she used that trick to keep me here. Looking back on the past month of being played, all I could do was laugh at myself. I didn't care what game she was putting on today. I picked up the last box and dumped it into the trash. Xia Xining happened to glance over as she walked by. The second she saw what I was throwing out, her face turned cold. Why did you throw all this away? I glanced at her and said flatly, weren't you supposed to have amnesia? How do you remember any of this? That's when Xia Xining realized she'd slipped up and quickly fixed her expression. She put on an indifferent face. I was just asking, how would I remember? The past is the past. The present is the present. The only person I like now is Haoming. When I got in that car accident in Nanzhou, he was the only one who took care of me. The accident and the amnesia were both fake. What accident? I curled my lips into a faint smile and looked sideways at the man in her arms. His pretty eyes were full of smugness. I'd never seen him before. He was probably the hookup Xia Xining had been enjoying most lately. No wonder she brought him back so publicly. I didn't want to waste another word on her. I just let out a cold snort and turned around to go inside the villa. Watching me walk away without looking back, Xia Xining's eyelid twitched. She'd brought another man home. Wasn't I supposed to freak out and get jealous? So why was I this calm? Xia Xining realized something was off, but she didn't come after me to explain. She just watched me disappear behind the door. Then the doorbell rang. I set down the packing bag and went to answer it. It was the man Xia Xining had just brought home. He lifted a hand and waved. He was smiling, but it didn't reach his eyes. Hey, I'm Gu Haoming. Looks like I'll be staying at my girlfriend's place for a while. Since we're neighbors now, want to add each other on WeChat? No thanks. I turned him down without even thinking and started to leave. Gu Haoming snatched my phone out of my hand and quickly added himself on WeChat. Seeing my face drop, he handed the phone back with a grin. His tone was flirty. Come on, let's be friends. We'll be seeing each other a lot. Oh, right. Do you have any umbrellas at home? We used up all the ones we bought during the day. Mind lending me a few? My face went pale for a second. My hand trembled as I took my phone back. No, but Gu Haoming wouldn't let it go. The mockery in his eyes was obvious. Right, my bad. Xining doesn't even want you anymore, so why would you have any? I knew he was picking a fight on purpose, and I didn't want to entertain it. I pulled the door shut. Gu Haoming grabbed the doorknob and collapsed to the ground with it, his eyes instantly turning red. Please, I know you don't want to see me, but I just came to borrow some seasoning so I could make Xining dinner. If you didn't want to lend it, fine. Why did you have to get physical? Watching Gu Haoming suddenly pull a stunt like that, my heart skipped hard. Before I could even react, Xia Xining came rushing up the steps from who knows where. She pulled him up into her arms and shot me a cold look. There was suppressed anger in her voice. Haoming never did anything to you, so why are you making a scene? He's my boyfriend now, so do me a favor and show him some respect. After saying that, she didn't even look at my face, she just helped him away. Every word landed in my ears and made my fists clench on their own. I watched their backs disappear into the dusk, then I raised my hand expressionlessly and slammed the door shut. In the middle of the night, my phone started vibrating on the nightstand. Half asleep, I answered on instinct. The next second, the screen switched over. Looking at that shaky camera feed, and the obscene images coming through it, I woke up instantly. The moment I realized what the person on the other end was doing, my whole body went rigid like stone. In the end, I couldn't take it anymore and hung up. The sleepiness in my eyes was gone. They were bloodshot now. For the next few days, I stayed inside. I didn't go out again until my best friend's wedding. When I got to the hotel before the ceremony started, I gave him the gift I'd prepared in advance. We chatted for a bit, then my buddy grabbed my hand. I sent Xia Xining an invitation. She said she'd come, so go pick her up later and talk to her a little. Maybe seeing your proposal set up again will bring her memory back. I was quiet for a moment, then shook my head. Watching the smile fade from my face, my friend looked worried. What's wrong? You don't want to keep holding on anymore? I was about to answer when I saw Xia Xining walk in with Gu Haoming. My friend turned too. The second he saw them walking in arm, his face went red with anger. He was about to march over and go after them. I grabbed him fast, my voice strained. Forget it. In a little while, it'll all be over for good. He didn't understand what I meant and was about to press me, but the best man came over. The wedding's about to start. Whatever it is, talk later. So I finally talked my friend into going up on stage. Listening to the wedding march fill the hall, I took a deep breath and went back inside. By then, all the guests were seated. The only open seat left was the one next to Xia Xining. After hesitating a moment, I still went over and sat down. During the ceremony, Gu Haoming kept clinging to Xia Xining, asking her to help him with food. She answered every time, poured him drinks, the whole thing. Even when he fed her dessert he'd already taken a bite of, she ate it without hesitation. Watching them act all lovey-dovey, I kept my eyes fixed on the stage. I had no appetite and didn't touch my food. My buddy's mom put some food on my plate and told me to eat more. I didn't want to turn down her kindness, so I picked up a dumpling. The second Xia Xining saw it, she reached over and snatched it away. Are you trying to get yourself killed? It's seafood filling. You're allergic. You can't eat that. I looked at the dumpling rolling across the floor and slowly lifted my eyes to her. Only then did Xia Xining realize what she'd just exposed, and she awkwardly tried to explain. The housekeeper at home never buys seafood. I've told her about your allergy plenty of times. After that, she didn't dare look at me again and turned aside to pick up a shrimp. Gu Haoming leaned in and whispered something in her ear. Xia Xining put down her chopsticks, took his hand and left with him. I didn't care where they went, and it wasn't until the bouquet toss was over that I finally got up and went to the restroom. The second I got to the door, I heard suggestive sounds coming from inside. I stopped in my tracks and held my breath. After a few quiet minutes, a gentle male voice came from the last stall. Why is it so tight? You came to a wedding dressed like this? You don't like it? After a muffled groan, a soft laugh followed. Of course I like it. I looked up at the sign above me. My index finger dug deep into my palm. Footsteps kept passing down the hallway. Then the restroom went quiet again. I took one last look at that closed stall, eyes red, and turned away. After the wedding, I said goodbye to my friend and headed downstairs. The second I stepped out of the elevator, I saw that very familiar sports car parked outside. I pretended not to see it and started flagging down a cab. But Gu Haoming came out of nowhere and grabbed my wrist. Xining had to leave because of work, so she left me the car. We live close by. Let me give you a ride. No. I turned him down without a second thought. But Gu Haoming ignored me, shoved me into the passenger seat, locked the door, and hit the gas. He was driving fast. All I could do was buckle up. The whole ride, he kept using small talk as an excuse to show off. You knew all along Xining was faking the amnesia, didn't you? So why didn't you call her out? My eyes flickered for a second, but my face stayed cold. None of your business. How is it none of my business? I'd love to stand by Xining openly and become her fiancé. She may not mean that right now, but you know she loves my mouth. Sooner or later, she'll fall for me. Believe that? I ignored him completely and kept looking out the window. When he saw I wasn't biting, Gu Haoming got annoyed and threw out a few more taunts. I just closed my eyes and acted like he didn't exist. That indifference clearly got under his skin. He looked at the turn ahead, hardened his heart, and suddenly yanked the wheel into it. The impact was violent. My whole body lurched forward out of control. The moment I opened my eyes, shattered glass was flying straight at me. I threw my arms up on instinct to protect myself. Bright red blood streamed down my arm. I slammed into the side door and a sharp pain exploded in my head. My vision went black and I passed out on the spot. I don't know how long it was before I heard a rush of voices by my ear. Both patients need immediate surgery on their hands, but right now there's only one doctor available who can do it. The one who doesn't get treated in time could be left disabled. Ms. Xia, who do you want us to save? When I heard that, I forced myself awake. I squeezed out 2 broken lines from my throat. Xia Xining, I still need to play piano. My hands can't be hurt, not at all. The warm hand that had been holding my left hand slowly let go the moment it heard my voice. Just as I opened my eyes, I caught the flash of panic on Xia Xining's face. She moved her hand toward the passenger.